Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Sly 3 Honor Among Thieves for the Sony PlayStation 2. In the last episode, we found out what Octavio was doing. Actually had to take more than a few seconds to remember that. Turns out he's dumping oil wherever he goes. And we're going to have to stop him if we want to get Murray back into the fold. After all, he is here to make sure that the black water runs pure. I don't know how Murray's guru possibly knew about this, but well, there you have it. Also, the cops are also after Octavio, and we're helping them out by, of course, getting some photo evidence of him polluting the town. So now that that's over with, we still have one more episode to do. Why did I say one more episode? I meant to say one more job. And we're going to be doing it as Bentley, because we actually have to be Bentley to do this one. Which means we will be buying the alarm clock. Which means that from here, we get to show off some gadgets. We've already seen the fishing pole. We will, however, show off the trigger bomb, the throwable bomb with remote detonation, works much like it did in Sly 2, and the alarm clock, which confuses your enemies with a distracting noise. Both of them work the same way. You press the assign button, you can move with the left analog stick or D-pad. Up and down lets you adjust the distance you throw it, and left and right help you further aim. With the trigger bomb, you press the assign button again, and it blows up. As for the alarm clock, works the same way. You just don't have to press the assign button a second time, and what do you know? Here he comes. Well, at least that was good for something. Maybe we can steal stuff from him, though I doubt it. I really wanted to steal something from him. And just like that, we can. Once again, I'd rather steal things with Sly. Just because you're pressing a button and you don't have to worry about or remember anything else for that matter. Also, I really need to start mentioning the gameplay differences with Bentley in the third game compared to the second. Because he does play differently now. And he's shooting at me. Brilliant. So, thanks to the events of the second game, Bentley is now in a wheelchair. There are some things he can't do anymore. For instance, he can no longer hide below the flower beds like Sly can. Something he could do in 2. And he can still do a double jump.
Click the L3 button to find a job. We've got work to do.
Thank you, Sly. Anyway, he can still do a double jump, but he can now do it with the boosters from his wheelchair. I think you can get a triple jump later on in the game, though I'm not sure. It has been a while since I played this game to completion. He better not turn this direction, though he more than likely will. Yeah, he did. Well, that makes it easier for me to get behind him, just in case. I can't tell. Oh, it is glowing. Now, interestingly, the fishing line makes it so that I don't have to move the left analog stick. I just latch on and he walks away far enough His movement does all the work, and I don't have to use a D-pad or left analog stick at all. And there is that mission that I want to go to. Great. Another one of these guys. That's not what I wanted to do, game. Also, for those wondering, yes, he can grab on the ledges. You can still grab on the ledges with Bentley. It doesn't seem like he can do it, but he can. So in case it ever comes to that, I'll be able to do it. And I am really needing these things, because I am so going to need them. And okay, he's turning around. That guy also has some gold. Well, it looks like I can get some gold from him, and he's going that way. And I should have just let his movement do the work for me. Gold ring worth 70 coins. Now where's that other guy? I want to see where he is so I can steal his stuff too. If I can find him. I don't know if he's going to have another... No, he won't. But I'll take his coins anyway just the same. Just for the sake of getting used to this thing. Yeah, he's not holding anything else. Anywho. Is that the same guy from earlier? I can't tell. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot that we destroyed this Ferris wheel in the last episode. This Ferris wheel is no longer here. Okay, it's not the same guy from earlier because he has money now. And you don't have to necessarily press the L or the assign button when you're near him. All you have to do is just hold the button and you can just steal from him that way. And I need to get back into the habit of shooting people with darts, because this is how I'm going to beat enemies now. Finally. Some real headway here. Where's the thing? Great. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Well, that'll get rid of him. Better that we get rid of him. Okay. I can't believe I forgot how to play as Bentley. And he did not see me, which is good. Oh, great. He's going to turn towards the... No? Yeah, he doesn't have anything. He doesn't have a flashing pocket, so I'm just going to leave him alone. And, it looks like I'll have to be a little creative. Oh, I guess I don't have to. I can just go over here and get to the marker. And that guy doesn't have anything special, so let's just do the mission.
Hey, Sly, you better get over here. My sources tell me that Octavio has hired the Blue Viper Gondola Gang to take out Carmelita.
The Blue Vipers? Those guys are nasty. We've got to get to them before they get to her.
She's off on her daily patrol. The thugs can't be far behind.
On my way. Just make sure to have one of those police boats hot-wired by the time I get there.
Let's see. Just cross the blue wire with the red wire and shazam!
Just in time. There go the Vipers.
I'll shoot. You drive, Sly. This canal is packed with shipping. Make sure to jump and leave or we're sorry, Sly. My gun overheated. Guess I should use short burst.
So for this mission, we are going after the Blue Viper Gondola Gang. And we need to avoid everything that we possibly can while shooting these guys down. We do have a temperature gauge in the lower left-hand corner. We just want to make sure that we use short bursts and only hold down the R1 or square button for a little bit, so that way the gun doesn't overheat. Also, we want to watch our energy in the upper left-hand corner.
Scratch one Blue Viper.
Left and right, let us steer. Square and R1, let us fire the gun. And X lets us jump. We are definitely going to need to jump over things if we want to get through here in one piece. You can shoot through things, but it will take a little bit of time to do so. And you're better off just jumping over things whenever you can. As long as you're watching where these guys go, you should be fine for the most part. You can get a little bit of a hint as to where you can go and where you should be going just by watching the other members. Don't want to mess this up too bad. There we go.
Way to go. That's the end of the Blue Vipers.
Can't believe that only took 2 minutes.
Another uneventful patrol. This city's beautiful, but a bit quiet for my taste.
I hope you realize that by saving Carmelita, we're only making our operation here more difficult.
Maybe so, but what's the fun in stealing if there's nobody trying to catch you? Besides, she's helped us out in the past.
That, and you've got a thing for her.
And I've got a thing for her. Look, I'll stash this boat. It might be useful for later. You stay out of trouble.
And now for a cutscene.
So, according to these decrypted files, Octavio is pumping tar from underneath the foundations of buildings so he can sink them into the canals on a whim. He's going to demonstrate this destructive ability to the people of Venice during his opera recital on the first day of Carnival. To counter this threat, we'll first destroy the balloons and sign advertising the recital. If no one shows up, he'll have no reason to sink a building. Next, the blueprints to the main tar vacuum have been cleverly split into 3 parts and hidden in local coffee houses owned by Octavio. Unfortunately, they're under constant guard, so you'll need to use a disguise to get us inside. Also, some big Vincinetti goons have been called in as insurance for the recital. Given their size, I think it's prudent to fool Carmelita's 8 mercenaries into taking them out for us. And finally, we'll have to convince Murray into taking to the field. If he's learned the aboriginal ball form, it'll be just the thing for destroying the local tar reservoirs.
And with that, we now have the next leg of this episode. Also, it's tar that Octavio is dumping. Why do I keep calling it oil? Anyway, in the last leg, we bought the alarm clock and the smoke bomb. If we go back to ThiefNet, we now have 4 new things that we can buy. I told you that the 2 abilities that we were able to buy earlier were not going to be the last. Those were not going to be the last by any means. We will be buying gadgets at multiple phases during episodes, as opposed to just having 3, 1 for each person, like in Slide 2. I'm going to go ahead and get Push Attack Level 1. Press triangle, then circle to do a push attack. I will show that off, by the way. And we're going to go ahead and buy that. The knockout dive, the combat dodge, and the adrenaline burst all work like they do in Slide 2. Adrenaline Burst gives Bentley a burst of speed. The Combat Dodge allows Slide to do a very quick sidestep. And the Knockout Dive is the dive attack from Sly 1, which also made an appearance in Slide 2 as a available ability. I might as well show off that push move. Also, this is day 2 of the Venice operation. The sky is now a different color compared to day 1. It looks like early morning, like 4 in the morning or something. This is a new thing that you can also do in Slide 2. You actually have day and night cycles, so to speak. And as you go through the episodes, the sky changes color, indicating different times of day, which keep things from being a little too familiar and spicing things up just a little bit. Why are you here? Anyway, that push move. You press circle to do that charge rear up, and when you press circle, you'll do a shove move. This will get enemies out of your way, and you can knock enemies back from an alright distance. So now that we have that shown off, let's go ahead and try to find another job that we can do. That's the one I wanted to do, guard duty. And sadly, this guy does not have anything that I want. I'll still take his money though, either way. We're still going to need some money to get the remaining abilities for this part of the game. Once I get done with this episode, I will get to running around, stealing from enemies, and getting the gold necessary to buy everything. Anyway, here's another mission. Let's do it.
Octavio keeps the blueprints to his main tar pumping station in 3 parts. Each is cleverly hidden behind a painting inside one of his legit coffee houses.
Not very subtle, posting a full-time guard in front of a coffee house.
Since we destroyed his Ferris wheel, he's gone all out on the security. In fact, he's got all his guards checking up on each other. If we're going to get inside and at the blueprints, we can't raise any suspicion.
I'm with you. I'll approach the guard while in disguise and pretend to take the next shift. When the coast is clear, you head inside and swipe the blueprints. With me standing out front, no one will know that something's up.
Your disguise can be assigned as a power-up. When hailed by guards, make sure to memorize their passwords and say them back in a timely fashion. Take too long or mess it up, and he'll know you're a phony.
Alright. We now have a new thing for the gadget grid. And we have the things we have yet to buy in the gadget grid grayed out. We have the Venice disguise. I'm going to set this to R2. Fool guards in Venice with this disguise. Press the assign button to trigger. And just like that, we can dress up as one of the guards. While we are dressed up as one of the guards, we can't run, we can't attack, but at the same time, we can just walk right up to the guards like it's nothing, and I wouldn't say that they would leave you alone, but they do ask you for a password instead of just straight up attacking you. And once I drop down here, I'll explain how the password thing works.
Halt! What's the Carnivale password?
Kid stuff. Here it is.
Tenor bass, tenor, tenor.
Yep. Okay, I guess you're the relief shift. Thanks for coming early. I got a big plans for tonight. Carnivale, good times, eh?
I can't believe that worked. You've got the worst Italian accent I've ever heard. No offense.
Head inside and blueprint. Grab the blueprints. No telling how long till another patrol comes by.
And we'll get a little bit of speech from Sly before we explain stuff.
First coffee house I've ever seen with wall-to-wall laser security.
And with that, I can now start explaining things. So, when a guard asks for a password, when any of the enemies ask for a password while you are in disguise, you'll get a little speech bubble in the lower right-hand corner that contains a 4-button password. And you have to input those buttons in that order in order to basically blend in, to keep you from giving yourself away. If you take too long, or if you mess it up, you'll be found out and the guards will go after you. Thankfully, it's a pretty easy quick time event. So anyway, we were now in this coffee shop. We had to jump from table to table and get over to here where this painting is. I'm going to go ahead and destroy this painting too for the money. And apparently the little muffin case does contain coins. Well, and now for something that came back in Slide 2, or rather, was in Slide 2 and returns from that game.
Octavio really is old school if he's using a painting safe. My father used to crack these all the time. The trick here is finding the safe's combination hidden somewhere in the artwork. Might take some searching, but it's sure to be there. Just keep at it.
We press circle the painting, and from there we can use a magnifying glass to look around. We can zoom in with the X button, we can exit with triangle, and once we find a code, we can press circle to uncover the safe and enter it. And if you look right here at this tree, 479. Let's go ahead and input it. Just like all the other safes that we've cracked before, up and down lets you switch numbers, and you can switch between the dials with left and right. And we have the first of 3 blueprints.
Strong work. We're still clear up front.
And that is our cue to get out of here. Once again, use the tables to get back over the entrance. I will go ahead and take the money. And once we go back outdoors, we'll be playing a Sly again.
I'll meet you at the next coffee shop. Once you take the guard's post, I'll move in.
Second verse, same as the first.
I'm Henry VIII, I am. Anyway, we need to use L3 to find another coffee shop. And this guy. He's not going to move, which means we're going to have to do a password.
Hey, you! What's the midnight password?
As I expected. Here you go.
Alto, bass, alto, alto.
Yep.
And from there, this guy will leave us alone. I'll just go ahead and take some money, thank you. And get rid of you. Nobody suspects a thing. Anyway, we have another coffee shop right over here.
Halt! Vacuum room password.
Easy one. Here you go.
And here we go.
Soprano, soprano, bass, bass.
Sorry about that. Ah, am I glad you're here. Mama's making spaghetti tonight and I'm starving. I'm gonna eat like 3, no 4 plates full.
I guess that you really like her cooking.
Mamma mia, I want to be buried in her sauce. It's heaven.
Any problems with that guy?
Said he wanted to be buried in his mom's pasta sauce.
Yeah. That's strange.
And once the game loads, we're going to have some of the best stuff in Flight 3.
You know, I just can't get it out of my head. Have you ever had pasta sauce that tasty? I don't want to distract you or anything, but I just don't think I've ever had cooking that good. Are we like missing out on a whole universe of flavors here?
Believe it or not, I didn't expect the game to milk this as this much. Oh dear. When I first played this game. Not surprisingly, if you look up the music for episode 1, more than likely you will find comments about that set of dialogue about the guy wanting to be buried in his mom's pasta sauce. Anyway, as much as I would like to destroy things, not exactly the best plan here. Just because of all the searchlights. Yeah. I mean, you can do it if you want, but you're better off just doing it at your own risk. Here's the best place to get the coins from. Obviously. And now we have another painting. And it's right there. When you look at this painting. 968. This one was way too easy. And with that, we have the second of 3 blueprints.
All right, 2 out of 3. Almost there, partner.
Alright, let's make a run for it and then get through the door here. Two out of 3 so far. We just have one more coffee house to go.
You know, maybe there's a good Italian restaurant around here.
Enough with the sauce! Keep your focus, we're on a job here! Thugs everywhere, death around every corner!
You're right. We got one more coffee house to hit, then we're done.
Yes, now you're talking sense!
And then we eat.
Again, they keep milking this. Anyway, let us now parade in our disguise to the third coffee shop, which is all the way over there. Oh boy. This would be a little more interesting if we could run, but sadly we cannot. I am curious, however, if we can still get some money from the enemies.
Hey, you!
I thought you'd get away from them.
Got it, here it is.
Tenor soprano, tenor soprano.
Okay.
And he does not have a sparkly pocket, so I'm just going to leave him alone. And yeah, the fountain of tar now there. Okay. We need to keep going in that direction. More than likely it's going to be... Oh, it's right here. Nice. Well, we've gotten 2 done now. What could possibly go wrong?
Halt! Vacuum room password.
Uploading you the password.
Soprano, soprano, bass, bass.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, you know the code, but what's my nickname? There's only one Tony B on the payroll, and I'm famous in the family.
I'm a new, just got called in from Roma.
They know me in Rome. I'm practically the mayor of organized crime in Rome. You telling me you never heard my nickname there?
My cell phones are going off. I should take this call. Could be the boss.
Yeah, okay.
talk to some of the other guards in the area and see if any of them know Tony B's nickname.
That could go wrong. We now have to talk to every guard that we come across in the skies just to learn this guy's nickname. Otherwise, we're not going to get anywhere. Also, I want to steal this guy's stuff.
You there! Ferris wheel password, quickly!
Here's the password, Sly.
Soprano, alto, alto, soprano.
Yep.
Okay, you're legit.
Hey, you know Tony B's nickname?
Tony B. That cannoli. He's what's it called? A egomaniac. I don't know nothing about him. Don't wanna know.
And apparently you have to talk to a random number of guards in order to get the nickname. I mean, you can get that message from one of the flashlight guards as well. So anyway, there's that guy. And he has stuff that I would like. Let's go ahead and take it, because I'm going to need it. And let's just bump into him to get him to...
Halt!
There we go.
What's the midnight password?
Sending password now.
Alto, bass, alto, alto.
Sorry about that. Yep, that's the password. Sometimes I forget them, you know.
You and me are both, pal. Hey, you know what the Tony B's nickname is?
Yeah, that fathead likes to call himself Tony the Killer Bee. What an idiot.
I couldn't agree more.
Nice job getting the nickname. You're really fitting in with these mobsters, Sly. Maybe you should switch teams. Get an apartment with the Killer Bee.
Let's not and say we did. Anyway, since I'm still doing things, I still want to get some coins because I'm getting so close the amount that I would like to have. I would like 1,000 by the time this is over and done with. And I might just be able to get it if I can get one more treasure. If I can just get one more expensive thing. Anyway, let us now move around and get back over to here. I do want to pay attention in case this guy, yeah, he does not have a shiny pocket, therefore I'm not even going to mess with him.
Hey, you! What was last night's password?
Kid stuff. Here it is.
Alto, tenor, tenor, alto.
Yep.
There's quite a few passwords in the episode. I don't know if they're randomly generated. I'm under the impression they're not, though I could be mistaken. But at least you don't have to remember them all. Bentley feeds it to you every single time. So there is that. Anyway, time to talk to this guy.
You there? What's the Carnivale password?
Easy one. Here you go.
Tenor, bass, tenor, tenor.
Okay.
So, big shot, what's my nickname?
Oh, come on. Everyone's heard of Tony the Killer Bee. You're the terror of every playground from here to Sicily.
Ha ha ha, real funny. Least I'm not on guard duty during Carnival. Who's got the last laugh now, tough guy? Me, that's who.
And from here, we're in.
Don't take too long. If that guy comes back to chat, I'm out of here.
You've got real skill with this art decryption, Bentley. It always takes me like 20 minutes to figure those things out. You're just flying through them.
Yeah, well, that's because the locations of the numbers aren't randomized every time. At least I know that's not randomized. So anyway, we have the searchlights and the lasers. And we do not want to trip either of these things. Now that we got all this out of the way, let's go ahead and destroy things for money. Because... And from here, let's go ahead and look at this last painting. And because I know where everything is, you zoom in here, 113. So we can just put in the password, we'll get the last set of blueprints, and we will be out of here.
Get out of there. It must have been rigged to an alarm.
After setting the alarm, you still don't want to run into the lasers or the searchlights because you will get zapped if you do. And from here, we're going to have to make a getaway.
We need to hide out back in the safe house. That alarm is attracting all kinds of guards.
Agreed. We've got the blueprints to the tar vacuum. Our work here is done.
And from here, Sly will follow us, help us deal with the enemies as we hurry back to the safe house. Want to make sure that you use L3 to ensure that you know where the safe house is. If you can somehow
Let's go, Bentley.
get there, wanted to use the boats, but apparently jumping does not want to be very cooperative. Where are we? Okay, we can just drop down here and do it. Interestingly, you only get to see the minor enemies. You don't get to see the flashlight guys at all. And gee, maybe I should have gotten the adrenaline burst. But we're safe now. And we have completed this job at last.
Ah, the safety of the safe house.
And with that, let's see how well we are doing on ThiefNet. 8. Okay, we need 1,100, not 1,000, to get what we need. Thankfully, it shouldn't take me too long to get the gold necessary to buy everything. And from here, I'm going to go ahead and save the game. Once again, I have a nearly 40-minute episode to show for this. Did not think that it would take this long, though. Then again, I did spend some time at the beginning getting some coins out of the flashlight guards, which really helped with getting gold for more abilities. Speaking of which, as I said before, I will be getting gold between videos, so that way I can get everything, streamline everything as well as I can, and show off all the things that I can get off ThiefNet when I can, and also make this a little easier to complete too. So join me next time where we complete some more jobs. We've done a little bit to make Octavio's life miserable. We'll be doing some more before this operation is done to ensure that this guy has no audience to sing to, and to stop him from dumping tar all over Venice. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!